Good evening, welcome to Deep Thoughts While Driving. Me, myself, and I here. So, the deep thought for tonight is going to be... so the deep thought for tonight is spending habits. Came up in conversation a little bit earlier with one of my coworkers. I got some friends. I love them, they're fantastic people. They have developed a bit of bad spending habits. And long story short, what happened is buddy was going to buy some stuff off me and didn't have the money, so one of my best friend. So I told him, dude, I know where you live. I love you. No worries about it. Get it to me when you can. No worries, So about a month and a half later, I guess, about 6 weeks later-ish. Anyhow, doesn't matter. Later, down the road, we've talked back and forth a little bit, and I know they're still a little tight on cash. And he asked me if I can come over, just me, and have a little chat with him and his wife. So, sure, not a problem. It's an excuse to come visit. Now, I talked to my wife, hey, I got a feeling, one of the things they want to talk to me about is buddy bought some stuff off of me. I get these prep boxes from Poor Man's Preparing, PMP prep boxes. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description. I'll try. Anyhow, great guy, great gear. Long story short with that, I put it out there with my friends on Facebook that I'm going to get a prep box. This is going to be a really good one. Anybody else wants to get in with me, maybe we'll make a bulk purchase and save some money on shipping. So me and two others were going to get the box, a box each. And I put in the order. I paid for it myself, used my own credit card, my own money. Boxes come in, and the one young gentleman who was buying a box, I let him know that there was a screw up. Unfortunately, the shipping cost was more than I was expected. I took the shipping cost that I had to pay above and beyond and divvied up between the three boxes, so everybody's paying a third equally. And this is what the new price of the box is. If that's not cool with you, because it went from $140 to $165, I think it was. If that's not cool, then worst case, you get your box for your regular price. I'll bite it for the shipping. He was no, it's cool. I want it. He comes by my house. I give him the stuff. He looks at it. He's drooling. He's loving. He's happy. Best gear out of any subscription box I have seen and ever received in my life. So fantastic gear for Jason for PMP prep boxes. Anyhow, the other lady, she doesn't live in the same town as me, so I was gonna do a road trip helping a friend of mine move some stuff to Penticton. So on the way down or the way back, I would stop and drop it off with Jesse. So kind of texting with Jesse back and forth, going, okay, hon, what's the deal here? Do I pack up the box and bring it with me or not? She's like, well, I'm not sure. I gotta talk to my husband. I'm like, you know what? I gotta leave tomorrow anyhow. I'm gonna pack up your box, everything you should be receiving. I'm gonna bring it with me. Worst case scenario, it goes for a round trip, and whatever. If you don't want it, then I'll keep it. I'll find someone else to sell it to. I get halfway down to Penticton, and it's like, sorry, honey, but I talked to my old man, and it's just too much. The price change has gone, has gone up like $25, $25. It's not worth it for what we get. So you don't actually really know what you're getting, but whatever, fine. That's fine. So anyhow, I ended up having this spare box, and like I said, my buddy bought it off me. But what I did is I went to Amazon, checked out Amazon, and Jesus, guy behind me's got his high beams on. Oh, can't bloody see. Jag off. Sorry. Get out from behind me, dude. So anyhow, I priced out all the items for the Canadian price, and figured out, okay, well, went to my buddy K, first initials K, and laid out everything in front of him. Okay, the box price is this, the Canadian price is this. If you go on Amazon online, the best price I found is this. I'll sell it to you for, instead of it being 68 bucks on Amazon, I'll sell it to you for 65. You're still saving some money that way. And I went through all the items and let him pick and choose what he wanted. He actually took everything from the box except for one item. One of the Mountain House meals. It's the chili mac and beef. Nobody I know wants the chili mac and beef. The Mountain House food is actually really good stuff, but nobody likes chili mac and beef. So I've got like 3 of these things sitting around and nobody will eat them. So if the apocalypse ever happens, I've got 3 meals that I'll have to choke down and eat before I starve to death. Because nobody else will eat them. Anyhow, back to money. So my buddy K, I figured they don't have the money to pay me for the box. This is probably what it is. He's probably gonna either want to give the stuff back or try and strike up some sort of other deal. I talked it over with the wife, and it ended up being that, I sat down with my buddy K, with K and T. K's the husband, T's the wife, and they're like, well, we want to talk to you about our finances. I'm like, well, first of all, I had a feeling you wanted to talk to me about the prep box stuff. He's like, well, yeah, that's the second topic. Well, why don't we jump to this and get it over and done with? He's like, well, I really don't have the money for it, so is it okay if we take a little longer to pay for it? Can you hold off for a while? And I told him, you know what, dude, I've already paid for it. I already put it on my credit card. I already made my credit card payment. I'm not worried about it, about the money getting back to me. So, it's not a big deal. And as a matter of fact, no, I can't wait for the money. The look on his face, you would have thought I shit in his cornflakes. It was hilarious. It's kind of like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, here's the deal. The stuff's yours. You owe me nothing. I will not take a penny for it. He's like, well, what do you mean? I looked him dead in the eye, made eye contact with K, with eye contact with T. Here's the deal. Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, Happy New Year. Don't expect any gifts from me anytime soon because you just got them. They're like, you serious? Well, yeah, serious. I'm not going to let money get between my friendship. These people are the godparents to my kid. I love them to no end. I mean, like, no worries. No big deal. Besides, the one knife, T, she fell in love with the second she saw it out of the sheath. She was like, oh! K wanted the hatchet, no. Anyhow, so we got over that, laughed about it and everything. And then I've got through bankruptcy. When I left my first wife, I went through bankruptcy, child custody, and divorce at the same time. Okay? All 3 at the same time. It was a really nasty 9 months. As a matter of fact, when you have your birthday, in your mind, you flip the page on a mental calendar. I'm not 23 anymore, I'm 24. I'm not 24, I'm 25 kind of thing. Yeah, well, I had such a heavy, nasty, hellacious year that year that I went through bankruptcy, child custody, and divorce. And I paid for the divorce myself while going through bankruptcy. Just anyhow. I forgot to flip the mental calendar and forgot that I was a year older. Anyhow, so they had questions about their finances, and I went through the numbers and everything, and we're talking about it. And they've cut down on their internet use as much. Their internet is just basic what they need to keep going and play on the PlayStation, so they can have Netflix. They don't have cable. They cut down on everything. And one of their worst habits, like, they cut the expenses down to the minimum, and they still have problems covering all the bills because they got a line of credit, they got credit cards and everything. And the thing is, T makes more money. Her income is higher than my wife and mine combined. And then you got K's income on top of that. So, I mean, like, they beat my household income. Like, I told them, if I had your debt and your income, man, I'd wipe it out in like 3 months. Like, I don't know what you're bitching about. So we had a heart-to-heart. I set them straight on their spending habits, because they have some spending habits that they need to take care of and straighten out. And that's the thing. I mean, when it comes to finances, for the most part, most people's big problem is their spending habits. So if you're having financial difficulty, taking up the seatbelt, what you should need to do is pull out a piece of paper and make a budget, keep track of every penny you spend, look at where all your money goes, and then you know where you can cut back and straighten things out. Usually it's, if you cut back on going to Timmy's every day to work and actually make a lunch and take it with you, you'll save a lot of money. Or stop buying extra groceries, and live off what you got in the pantry. Stuff like that. Really easy peasy stuff. Anyhow, I'm home. I'm done. Later.